In this video, we are going to use Satin Glazing Liquid to pre-treat our coloring page before we use our watercolors. Are you ready? Let's go. All right. In a previous video, I used the Daniel Smith transparent watercolor ground to pre-treat a coloring page, and it came out wonderful. It really did. Be sure to watch that video. But in this video, we're going to use this satin glazing liquid to pre-treat a page. Now, what I have done already is, dun, 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 I've pre-treated a page already before the video, okay? This page right here has been pre-treated, but before we tested it out, I want to show you the process that I did to pre-treat that page. All right. So we have a paper plate here. This is the Daniel Smith um what is it watercolor grounds. But now I'm gonna pour this satin glazing on this paper plate. Yes. One thing that I love about this satin glazing liquid is it does not have a strong odor. Yes. Now this is just a watercolor brush, or okay, it might not even be a watercolor brush. Forgive me for saying that. This is just a paintbrush that I purchased from Walmart, my local Walmart, that I am going to use to cover this page. Now, since I have done this process already, okay, with the Daniel Smiths, I have kind of learned, some things that I could do better. I still don't know yet on this one. But of course, I'm going to go, what is it, right to left. Now, probably if you're right-handed, you'll want to go left to right. But you just want to make sure that you cover up the entire page. All right, going. So I'm just going to say this. Go horizontal and then go vertical. Or you could go vertical and then go horizontal. Whatever floats your boat. But just have a method to your madness, because you want to make sure that you don't miss any spots on the page. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. Yes. Well, I don't gotta wait to tell you why on that. Okay, so I noticed when I missed a spot, I might have got a little bit of coverage on it, but I didn't get the full coverage on it. And it just looked really weird. I didn't get the same good result from the page that was fully covered. And that's to be expected. But I will say this, I got a better result than if it wasn't covered at all. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing this in this wonderful book, I don't know if you have this coloring book, but this book, I really like it. Um, it's because there's images on both sides of the page. And I want to use my watercolors in this book, and they've been bleeding through. So it's almost like you got to choose. Okay, so what page is going to be sacrificed? Which one do I really want to color? And I wanted to try out these products in hopes that I wouldn't have to do that. Okay, so we are going to see if they will if they will allow that. Y'all can't talk today. Oh, look at the little frog. Okay. All right, so let me scoot the page down some, because even though I went I went horizontal, I've learned that I want to go vertically. Okay. I think that's probably going to take longer to dry. Um, because I did lit this page, and this is the page that I treated before the video. I let it sit for like a day, but I actually had to let it sit a little bit longer because after 24 hours, I actually closed the book. And then when I went to go open it, the page was stuck. I was like, oh, that's not good. So I let it sit for more than 24 hours, okay? And the weather here is oh Lord, it's been a bit cold, a bit cold. Um, if you've never heard of Randomness with Deb, she's so funny. Please go subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. But where she lives, it was negative 14 degrees. Woo! I don't have any coats or boots that would help me in that situation. I don't. I live in Georgia. Yeah. You talking about just leave. But yes, randomness with Deb. And how are you doing today? She always stops by my channel and looks at my videos, and so many others of you do. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Yes. Okay. So I'm hoping I got good coverage this time. Good coverage. Now see, I'm already seeing where, like right here, I was coloring something with watercolor and something see through. But yeah, so it's my goal to use like this satin glazing or the watercolor grounds when I want to use watercolor in my books, because it just performs differently. And I can say that because I've used it, the page is dried, and yeah, I can tell that there's a difference. All right, so when I come back, that was the process of covering the page with the satin glazing liquid. And mind you, I currently use this to set um my oil pastels. I didn't know it could be used for this. Okay, I'll tell you, 2 for 1. I love a good 2 for 1, y'all. Yes, I do. So I will be right back with my watercolor paints, and we are going to see how this performs on a page that has already been treated. All right, be right back. All right, so I have already got it started on doing some watercoloring on a page that has been treated by satin glazing. Now, this is what I will say about the experience so far. Though the colors are, in my opinion, very vibrant, after a while, it starts off really vibrant, but then it gets like this ashen color. Um, it starts to lose its color um, when the page is treated with this satin glazing. Another thing that I noticed, the pages, it's rougher. It's rough. Um, it's not as smooth. When based on when it's treated with the Daniel Smith. So I'll just say that there is a video. I do have a video. It'll be linked as the next video where I've treated some paper with Daniel Smith, excuse my reach, and I don't know, it just performs differently. I will also say this, and I will let you see this. Okay, so my goal, because I have not been able to really do this, and I'm new, okay? I'm new to this, okay? I am very new to this. If you want the beginner's experience, like go look at a video and then perform it and see how it happens, this is the beginner's experience, okay? And as I, color more with these, I'm certain I'll get better. I love this thing. It said, I've never known anyone to get worse or when they practice. I said, oh, that's so nice. But my goal was this, okay? I wanted to be able to, you know, have this orange right here, which you can see I do, all right? And then put down another color like a red and blend it, because I've seen flowers like that before, and I wanted to be able to do that. Um, I will say this with this yellow one, this was totally yellow, and I added a little bit of orange, but I mean, it just kind of disappeared. It's not as vibrant. Like this is supposed to be red, but to me, it has like a brownish, it doesn't look as vibrant after a while. So we're going to do this together on camera because again, my expectation for pre-treating the pages, okay, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to be able to blend the colors better, okay? So I'm going to take this red, and this is the red that I'm getting from here, from this color palette, which is very vibrant. I'm looking at what is it, this, it's this one right here. Okay, 1787C. Okay, that's very vibrant. I'm expecting that thing to pop off the page. Okay, so I have my little color palette here. Okay, I kind of have everything separated. This is my red area. All right, so I am leaving it. I'm not watering down the color too much over here. I'm trying to, leave a lot of pigment with the color on the little color palette before I put it on the page. All right. So I even do this now. Like I have like a little separate like page picture over here where I kind of lay down, the color just a little bit to kind of see, you know, Do I have a lot of color with it? Do I have a little bit, just to kind of see how it's going to be? And I do all that because of mistakes that I've made in the past, okay? Laying down way too much pigment, it's too watery, just kind of tearing the page up. So here we go. So my expectation, okay, I'm hoping to be able to blend this. Now, what you can see, I hope the camera is showing this. It's definitely not just seeping into the page. It's not, okay? I can see that, it's on top of the page, if that makes any sense, okay? The color isn't just automatically seeping into the page like it does when the paper is not treated. So that's a plus, okay? That is definitely a plus. So I'm going to take this other pencil, okay? This other watercolor pencil, and I have a little bit of orange on this palette. I have a little bit of orange on the palette, and I need to wet it just a little bit, okay, to bring it back. I have a little bit of orange on the palette because I want to try to blend this. Mm, kind of blended it away. I kind of blended it away. Okay, but I will say this, okay? It is moving together. Okay? It is moving together. It is allowing me to blend the two colors. Let me be a little bit quiet while I try to work this. But the surface is not as smooth, okay, with the satin glaze liquid. It's not as smooth, and it dulls the color to me. Because I'm like, how is this? Uh, yeah, it doesn't look as vibrant. That's why I actually, if you can see above, I actually went to the color blue because I was like, well, let me just see what is going on here. Why is it looking this way? Hmm. Okay, so let me not dog. Let me not talk too bad about the satin glazer because I mean it's definitely, at least the watercolor is staying on top of the page, meaning that it's not just sinking in and just making the page just so just overwhelmingly too wet. Like, oh my gosh, somebody bring a mop in here because it's just too wet. Or I'm like, oh, let me stop because I've gotten too much water on the page. So I will say this, I am able to blend colors now that I've treated the page. I am. I'm able to do it. But which one would I choose? Okay. Which one would I choose? If I had the choice between using the satin glazing and the watercolor grounds by Daniel Smith, I'm gonna use the watercolor grounds. And you know what? I should. And that's no shade on satin glazing liquid because you know what? I'm going to read the back of it to you. Okay. So I am able to blend. Um, the color does sit on top of the page and it does not just totally seep into the page like it does when it's not treated. But let me read this because I was like, Crystal, be fair. Okay. Be fair, Foxy. Be fair. So when you look at what this is supposed to be used for, okay, 100% acrylic medium that increases translucency and working time for blending and glazing acrylic paints. Is this acrylic paint? No, it's not. Okay, it's not. All right. So I liken this to what I used to do. Okay. So you can use a knife as a screwdriver. Can you? Yes, you can. But if you had a screwdriver, would you use the knife? No, you would use the screwdriver. Okay. You use the knife if you don't have anything else. If you can't find the screwdriver, that is when you would use the knife. How do I know about this example? Because that's how I was when I was in college. I'm like, I don't have no tools. Oh my gosh, I do have knives. Let me use a knife. I don't have a hammer. Oh, but I do have some high heel shoes. Let me use my shoes. So that's where I get that little metaphor that from. Can you use this to treat your pages? Yes, you can. But if you have like watercolor grounds, use those. Use those, okay? use those. But if you don't have anything else, or like if you have this product and lots of it, then go ahead and use it. Go ahead and use it. I am. Okay, so I will say this. I like the way that looks. I like the way that looks. Now, when it dries, I'm not sure if it's going to lose its color, but I do like the way that it looks right now. This is making me pre-treating these pages is making my watercolor experience more fun. It is. Because I'm able to actually use the techniques that I'm seeing videos on, and it's not leaking through to the second page. Yes. Yes. So, will this accomplish? Okay. What is it? Oh God, what is it that I wanted to do? I really wanted to pre-treat my pages, especially on pages that were double-sided, so that the paint wouldn't leak through. I also wanted to be able to, you know, work with blending, actually blend the colors, blend, not just have it all seep into the paper and not be able to blend. Am I able to do that? Yes, I am. But as a beginner, I'm able to do it with ease, okay? Easily, easily, okay? I'll say that easily when I use the watercolor ground. All right. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know that I have really been enlightened. I am definitely gonna continue to use watercolor paints. Look out for my swatch videos. I have so many different types of watercolor paints, and I'm gonna do some swatch videos. Also, look out for, yes, gouache, 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 gouache. Y'all won't make anything to a song. Gouache, go, go, gouache, gouache. Yes. Okay. To my new subscribers, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for all your comments. Tell me what you think about my flower. I'm gonna try to water it down more. I think I have a little bit too much color. This, you are hearing this from someone who is brand new to this. Brand new. This ain't nothing that I do. I mean, I don't do this yet, but I bet you I'm gonna keep on practicing. I bet that. And I'm gonna show y'all my good, bad, and ugly, even if the page got ripped out and it's torn in half. I'm gonna show it to you. I promise. I promise. Okay. Yes, be sure to watch my video about the Daniel Smith. Okay, no F. Smith transparent watercolor grounds. I love these. I love these. These are the screwdriver. This, in my opinion, when using it for watercolor, is the butter knife. You choose. All right, y'all. This is Crystal the Foxy Colorist. Hey, I'm in a den coloring with watercolor. Like I always say, keep it foxy. Peace.